Prometheus.
For Book Salads. Thank you. 200 subscribers. Thank you, everybody. 200 of our books. Prometheus's idea that we have never shared on BookTube, that has never been behind us. Yeah. This isn't all of our books, but what's the matter?
The table's bending in that.
Oh, sorry, table is apparently bending. Yeah. Oh boy. Okay, well, Prometheus, would you like to begin?
Sure, I have 10 books, I think.
Oh. He has more books coming. He wanted his end of the year Christmas gift early.
Okay, 2 books that are on my TBR that I've only mentioned once.
Technically, they're educational. Technically, they're for continued learning.
We won't mention that.
Okay.
Beyond Biocentrism by Robert Lanza. I got this sometime
I don't know how we're gonna do this.
We're gonna name the names and the people. That's how we're gonna do this.
Oh, goodness gracious.
Gödel, Escher, and Bach.
Wait.
By Douglas R. Hofstadter. Yes. Fuel Cells by George Young. Ignition by Clark. I don't know the first name.
I like the cover.
Yeah.
That one's neat.
Theory of Heat Engines, William Inchley. Aircraft and Missile Propulsion by Zucro? Unfortunately, a name I cannot pronounce.
Maurice Joseph Zucrow or Zucrow, but I think it's Zucrow.
Yeah. In Practical Thermodynamics, a treatise on the theory and design of heat engines, refrigeration machinery, and other power plant apparatus.
That's a long title. I remember when I ordered these, though, these two, I was afraid that we were ordering the same book because the cover is exactly the same.
Yes.
What is this one? On the Conversion of Heat into Work, a Practical Handbook on Heat Engines by William Anderson.
Yes.
And how many more do you have coming?
4.
Very good. So, do you want to do this stack as well?
Okay, next.
I don't know how we're going to do this.
The Thief Lord, Cornelia Funk. Life and Death of Adolf Hitler, Robert Payne. David McCullough, John Adams. Harlow Giles Junger, John Quincy Adams.
If you hear that, that's my rooster, King Leopold.
Abraham Lincoln, A Man of Faith and Courage, Joe Wheeler. Again by Harlow Giles Junger, Lafayette. American Creation, Joseph J. Ellis. Power, Faith, and Fantasy, America and the Middle East, 1776, by Michael B. O'Brien?
No, B. Oren.
Bjorn. Nah. Witnessing America. I don't know who this is by.
I've had this for a while. Yeah, who is this? It's a compilation and edited by Noel Ray. I think it's Noel because it doesn't have the little umlauts.
Boone. Robert Morgan.
Boone.
White. I can't read that.
White Doves at Morning by James Lee Burke. I do believe that this is that super popular plantation in Louisiana, but I'm not 100% positive.
The President's House by Margaret.
Margaret Truman.
Yes. Okay, that's.
Okay.
Great.
You want to do this one as well, or do you want to switch? The House of Morgan, an American Banking Dynasty and the Rise of Modern Finance by Ron Chernow. How many books do we have by him now? We need to put all of his books together. Through a Glass Darkly. This is Kathleen Cohen. Martha Washington by Patricia Brady. Some of these, you can see I've started some of them. A lot of them have bookmarks in them. Founding Mothers by Cokie Roberts. I was reading this on a vacation trip to Chicago. I accidentally left it at the used or the car rental place. When we got home, I had to buy another copy. Have I finished reading it? No, I haven't. On the Occasion of My Last Afternoon by Kay Gibbons. Man, Leopold needs to shut up. And Ladies of the Club by Helen Hooven Santmeyer. Same Kind of Different as Me by Ron Hall and Denver Moore with Lynn Vincent. Nothing is Quite Forgotten in Brooklyn by Alice Madison. The Family Romanov, Murder, Rebellion, and the Fall of Imperial Russia by Candace Fleming. Passion and Principle, John and Jesse Fremont, the couple whose power, politics, and love shaped 19th century America by Sally Denton. Sugar, A Bittersweet History by Elizabeth Abbott. I think this one has pictures, but I'm not positive. I know I started it. Yeah, there's pictures. 1000 White Women, The Journals of May Dodd by Jim Fergus. The Emancipator's Wife by Barbara Hambly. I'm going to start with this one. My Lady of Cleves by Margaret Campbell Barnes, a novel of Henry VIII and Anne of Cleves. Anne of Cleves was the lucky one. Guinevere, Queen of the Summer Country by Rosalind Miles. This is, I believe, book one? Yeah, the first of the Guinevere novels. The Night of the Sacred Lake, the second of the Guinevere novels. The Child of the Holy Grail, the third of the novels. The Uppity Women, Medieval Times, Ancient Times, Shakespearean Times, End of the New World. I believe there's one more. I haven't been able to get my hands on it. Desert Flower, The Extraordinary Journey of a Desert Nomad by, and I'm not sure of the name, Waris Deary and Kathleen Miller. I'm not sure of the pronunciation. This book was given to me at a book club by the author in California. It's called White Powder, a novel of the CIA and the Secret War in Laos by Larry B. Lambert. Elizabeth and Mary Cousins, Rivals Queens by Jane Dunn. The Postmistress by Sarah Blake. Unwise Passions, a true story of a remarkable woman and the first great scandal of 18th century America by Alan Pell Crawford. I like this part. The Lazarus Child by Robert Mawson. The Borgia Bride by, is it Jean or Jeanne? Jean Calogridis? Sorry. Pontius Pilate by Paul L. Mayer. This is one of his old school books. We have not included other school books. I included that one because I want to read it and it was on my bookshelf. 1200 Words You Should Know to Sound Smart. Obviously, I need to read more of this book by Robert, sticker in the way, W. Bly. Annette Vallon by James Tipton. Jacob's Ladder by Donald McCraig. Fall of Frost by Brian Hall. In My Blood by John Sedgwick. 6 Generations of Madness and Desire in an American Family. I started this. Chapter 6. Might help you if I shared the cover. Follow the River by James Alexander Thom. When I lived near Lexington, one of my neighbors recommended this book. Life of Pi by Yann Martel, because my reading friend in California, hi Tammy, recommended this, and I've tried starting it, and snooze fest. Snooze fest. If you all think I should read this, let me know. Wasn't I on this one?
Yes, you are.
The Black Tower by Louis, it's by Louis Bayard. The Gargoyle, Andrew Davidson. And I have heard another booktuber, I think Kim, and she's changed her name, so now I don't remember the name of it. Possession by A.S. Byatt. Ironically, the book that I'm reading now, The Bronte Myth, mentions this book and this author. A History of A History of Women in America by Carol Heimowitz and Malala. Is that Michelle? That's a very interesting spelling. Weissman. I have had this book since the late 1980s, because I remember reading it one summer. Didn't finish it. I don't even know how I got this book. Anyway, The Tudor Rose by Margaret Campbell Barnes. The Secret of Lost Things by Sheridan Hay. Frankenstein by Mary Shelley. Germ by Robert Liparulo. The Book Borrower by Alice Madison. Where's her other book? I have another book by Madison.
Also.
I'm sorry, let me show it again because I don't know if I showed it very long. Sorry, y'all. The Birth of Venus by Sarah Dunant. The Year of Magical Thinking. This looks like cannon fodder. Joan Didion. I'm not sure. We will have another video coming up. Prometheus came up with a really good idea. I'm going to try a chapter for cannon fodder. So I had a box of books that I thought I probably wouldn't be interested in a lot of these books. I should probably try a chapter on them. And Prometheus said, cannon fodder! Elizabeth I, CEO, Strategic Lessons from the Leader Who Built an Empire by Alan Axelrod. The Glitter and the Gold, Consuelo Vanderbilt Bulson. I bought that when we went to the Vanderbilt estate in Asheville, North Carolina. The Floribama Ladies Auxiliary and Sewing Circle by Lois Battle. Spiritual Lives of the Great Composers by Patrick Kavanagh. The Clash of Civilizations and the Remaking of World Order by Samuel P. Huntington. George Washington's Rules of Civility. Franny and Zoe by J.D. Salinger. Shakespeare's Wife by Germaine Greer. The Glass of Time by Michael Cox. The Arrogance of the French, Why They Can't Stand Us and Why the Feeling is Mutual by Richard Z. Chesnop. The Annotated Wizard of Oz by L. Frank Baum. My friend Tammy convinced me to buy this and I have yet to read it. The Secret Lives of Fortunate Wives by Sarah Strohmeyer. I know we're not supposed to judge a book by its cover, but you know we all do, and I'm judging this book by its cover. It may become cannon fodder. Shadow Baby by Allison McGee. Push Not the River by James Conroy Martin. The Painting by Andrea Bouchard. Okay, apparently this is short stories. Oh, I hate short stories. I think I bought this at a used bookstore. Yes, I did. The used bookstore in Tennessee that's no longer there. It was called The Book Attic. Unfeeling by Ian Holding. The Ladies of Missolonghi, I hope that's correct, by Colleen McCullough. The Ghost at the Table by Suzanne Byrne. The Heretic's Daughter by Kathleen Kent. The Boleyn Inheritance by Philippa Gregory. The Secret History of the Pink Carnation by Lauren Willig. I guess I shouldn't be working on that pile. The Plantation by Dorothea Benton Frank. Billy Budd by Herman Melville. Of Mice and Men by John Steinbeck. I'm pretty sure I read that one in high school. The Pearl by Steinbeck. A Tale of Two Cities by Dickens. East of Eden by Steinbeck. I'm pretty sure I read that in high school as well. Then we have As I Lay Dying, The Sound of and the Fury and Light in August by Faulkner. And I like these editions because it has his face right here. Crossing to Safety by another dreaded
Wallace
sticker.
Stegner
by Wallace Stegner.
Stegner.
Queen of Shadows by Edith Felber. This is a novel of Isabella, wife of King Edward II. In the Shadow of the Crown, The Tudor Queens by Jean Plady. Lilac Girls by Martha Hall Kelly. A Memory Between Us by Sarah Sundin. The Girl from the Train by Irma Joubert. My Absolute Darling by Gabriel Talent. The Dressmaker by Posey Graham Evans. Sarah Morgan, The Civil War Diary of a Southern Woman, edited by Charles East. I do know that I started reading this one, and I have a fake Confederate money. I think it's Confederate. Yeah, Confederates were the ones that changed their money, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. That was before we had a universal money?
No.
That was, okay. During? Well, I have underlining. Anyway, didn't finish. Oh, I need to finish this one. Okay, Lying with the Enemy, Tim Binding. War Against the Weak, Eugenics and America's Campaign to Create a Master Race by Edwin Black. Hidden Power for Human Problems, The 7 Parent Thoughts Behind All Human Problems and How to Overcome Them by Frederick Bales. Infidel by Ayaan Hirsi Ali. Probably butchering that name. 30 Days to More Powerful Vocabulary. Can you tell I like to learn? This is by Funk and Lewis. Whose grammar book is this anyway? By C. Edward Good. Woe is I! The Grammarphobe's Guide to Better English in Plain English by Patricia T. O'Connor. Leadership the Eleanor Roosevelt Way by Robin Gerber. Excuse me, but I was next by Peggy Post and Emily Post. Unruly Women, The Politics of Social and Sexual Control of the Old South by Victoria E. Bynum. The Remarkable Millard Fillmore by George Pendle. A Man Named Dave by Dave Pelzer. I read the first two and they're heart-wrenching, and I'm about ready to run out of time, so we're going to pause and come right back. A Lantern in Her Hand by Bess Streeter Aldrich. How to Rob an Armored Car by Ian Levison. I'm not sure if that's the correct pronunciation. Everything is Illuminated by Jonathan Safran Foer. Also, Extremely Loud and Incredibly Close. It Can't Happen Here by Sinclair Lewis. The Wartime Journal of a Georgia Girl by Eliza Francis Andrews. Catherine by Anya Seton. I read her Theodosia and I really liked that. Now Face to Face by Carleen Cohen. The Plantagenets, The Warrior Kings and Queens Who Made England by Dan Jones. I believe Prometheus and I were watching a documentary and he was the host and we found out he had a book, so of course I bought it. Waking Raphael by Leslie Forbes. Serve Them All My Days by R.F. Delderfield. The Forgotten Man, A New History of the Great Depression by Amity Shlaes. Like my bookmark, little ribbon. Women of Words, A Personal Introduction to 35 Important Writers, edited by Janet Bukovinsky, Teacher, illustrated by Jenny Powell. And in one of my moves, this was damaged by the movers. I won't even go there, but anyway. Cat's Cradle by Kurt Vonnegut. The Adventures of Huckleberry Finn by Mark Twain. The Joy Luck Club by Amy Tan. A lot of these books are from my older children's high school advanced reading, and a lot of them still have their annotations, so I'm not sure how many I'll haul. Bless Me Ultima by Rudolfo Anaya. Sorry guys. Slaughterhouse 5 by Kurt Vonnegut. The Picture of Dorian Gray by Oscar Wilde. The Forsyte Saga by John Galsworthy. I bought this for a read-along on Shelfari. I miss Shelfari. They were so much better than Goodreads on so many levels. Waiting for Godot. A Tragic Comedy in 2 Acts by Samuel Beckett. My Antonia. Is it Antonia or Antonia? By Willa Cather. If I Die in a Combat Zone, Box Me Up and Ship Me Home by Tim O'Brien. Unseen Danger by David DeCock. Unstoppable Global Warming by S. Fred Singer and Dennis T. Avery. A Room with a View by E.M. Forster. Another copy. Heart of Darkness by Joseph Conrad. The Mysteries of Udolpho by Anne Radcliffe. Great Expectations by Dickens. Anna Karenina, Tolstoy. A Portrait of the Artist of a Young Man by James Joyce. Dubliners by James Joyce. I love the covers and how it looks like lace. Love that. Woman in the 19th Century by Margaret Fuller. My daughter hated this book so much she convinced her brother, didn't take much I'm sure, to stab a pencil in it. It almost went all the way through. I can still feel it right there. I don't know if I'll be in agreement, but I've kept it and I'll read it and I'll see. Invisible Man by Ralph Ellison. Ernest Hemingway, A Farewell to Arms. The Sun Also Rises by Hemingway. A Tree Grows in Brooklyn by Betty Smith. The Mayor of Casterbridge by Thomas Hardy. I didn't even know I had Thomas Hardy. Obviously you can tell that I don't go through the high school books very often. And Henry David Thoreau, Civil Disobedience and Other Essays. Let's do this one. Moby Dick by Herman Melville. War and Peace by Tolstoy. I wanted to get all of the classics in these editions, and I don't think Barnes & Noble even sells them anymore. Uncle Tom's Cabin by Harriet Beecher Stowe. Odyssey by Homer. Lady Chatterley's Lover by D.H. Lawrence. And these two books I think I got at an antique store either in St. Mary's, Georgia or in Vermont. But this one is Virgil by Harvard and the Harvard Classics, and this one is Emerson. Thanks, babe. The Life of Elizabeth I by Alison Weir. American Dream, and apparently this one also is short stories because sorry, let me just throw it. Did you see that? It jumped out of my hands. By The Book Addict. The Burning Time by Robin Morgan. Girl in Hyacinth Blue, The Passion of Artemisia by Susan Vreeland, the author of A Girl in Hyacinth Blue. Mrs. Poe by Lynn Cullen. Loves of Harriet Beecher Stowe by Philip McFarland. The Woodman's Daughter by Gwen Hyman Rubio. The Stolen Crown by Susan Higginbottom. Leonardo's Swans by Karen Essex. Agincourt by Bernard Cornwell. Blackout by Lisa Unger. Bloodroot by Amy Green. Shadowbrook by Beverly Swirling. The Photograph by Penelope Lively. Consequences by Penelope Lively. Queen Takes King by Gigi Lavangi Grazer. A Royal Duty by Paul Burrell. John dies at the end. Gee, I wonder what happens. Sorry. What do you think happens in this book? This is by David Wong. The Prince and the Quakeress by Jean Plady. I used to have a lot of Jean Plady, Victoria Holt, all kinds of those books, but unhauled most of them. I don't read these types of books anymore. The Lady in the Tower, story of Anne Boleyn. The Book Club by Mary Alice Monroe. The Queen's Fools by Philippa Gregory. Whiteacre by Philippa Gregory. Meridon by Philippa Gregory. Virgin Earth, can you guess who it's by? The Day the Fall Stood Still by Kathy Marie Buchanan. Paris by Edward Rutherford. London, The Forest. Sarum, The Rebels of Ireland, and The Princes of Ireland. And I do believe that's 200.
That should be 200.
200 books, so we hope you all enjoyed our plethora of books. So 200 books to celebrate our 200 plus subscribers. Thank you so much. We're going to put away this mess and then we'll be right back with the Q&A. Thank you so much. Bye.